different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships? He's just lighting them up in this game. The D's going to have to extend a little bit more, or he's going to keep knocking them down from deep.
The first 2K.
Now here's Vassell.
2K.
Hasn't made one yet.
2K10.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Lets it fly. And it's Winston with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
There's a good screen. Turk. San Antonio again missing. Here's Big Dog. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 4 assists in the game.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to
at the end of the
make
day, I'm still the best guard. I
Here's
don't take nobody on 2K.
There's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game. And Davis pulls it down.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 15-3 run.
I'm still that guard, nigga.
Pass to Big Dog.
I'm still that guard, Green.
Good, he hits again. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
And here's Armstrong. It's hauled in by Big Dog. Big Dog's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hits it again. Wow.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught.
Green.
Armstrong passes to Vassell.
Oh.
Wembenyama with the bounce pass. Chalk up 2 there. He's got 8.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Winston. Vassell outside. Just 5 on the clock. There's the triple. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
I'm fading to that left corner. Fader, here it comes.
Here's
Here it
Big
comes.
Dog.
Green.
And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding an unbelievable. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them.
He's checked in for the Lakers. San Antonio calls timeout. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Pass to Gafford. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Daniel Gafford is out there with Victor Wembanyama.
My God.
Then it's Thompson. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Smith in at the point guard. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Vassell, the pass to Wembanyama. Out to Smith. Just 5 to shoot. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. A 3 from Wembanyama.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And got it. Another basket.
81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. Smith, the pass to Wembanyama. Spurs working the ball around now. His three-pointers off the mark.
Got to find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not going to get it.
Here's Big Dog. Again, the Lakers.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Beyond the arc. Yet another bucket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. Knocked loose. Three-pointer. Good, another from 3.
The best guard out.
He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Smith kicks to Vassell. Smith with a screen on Love. Will it go? Vassell, no good.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Thompson outside. Releases. Drained for 2 points.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
And the big difference here was accuracy from 3-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And in what's been a tremendous year tonight, another example, and he'll push their amazing win total on the season to 68. An outstanding, outstanding season we've watched this team play.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Big Dog.
We certainly got to see his best effort on offense, attacking the defense without fear and grabbing a lot of buckets.
The Lakers on offense. Lets it go from deep. And good. He hits it again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Gafford throws it down.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
And yep, another basket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
That's 100 points.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Come on.
Smith with it. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
I want the buzzer beater.
First one falls for him.
That's on purpose.
And both free throws good for Armstrong. So it's Los
Why
Angeles
wouldn't you throw me the ball, bro? You're fucking traded,
to come into an
nigga.
opponent's
Do what the
building
fuck
and
I tell you to
dominate
do.
the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. We'll see you next time.
That's what I'm talking about. Way to bring home that W. Get ready to rumble, young blood. Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Coming right up, the Lakers take... Hello from 2K Sports. We're honoring to... If you like slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
And for a few games now, we've talked about how determined MP is to be their driving force offensively.
And looking at MP's numbers, he's absolutely delivered on his promise. This guy is just an elite scorer, one of the very best out there. He uses his skill and smarts to get buckets. And you can see how he frustrates defenses. They try different coverages to stop MP, and they still can't do it.
Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Then it's Asar Thompson, and it's Clowney in at the 5.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Green. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Ivy. After the Lakers picking up a basket just moments ago. Pass to Cunningham to end the run. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
There they go. Finally able to drop one in on their 4th try.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
From outside, off the mark.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Big dog, good.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. He's been absolutely relentless.
Thompson against Mitchell. The floater.
Yeah, a really rough opening quarter for them in terms of shooting.
Yeah, and it's been ugly. I mean, really ugly. They need to find a way to get a few easy baskets to try to build some confidence and some momentum.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And again, the Pistons missing.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that 3 a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
You see the athleticism of
Had to double
Cunningham
team to get the block.
using it there to come up with the swat.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
Now here's Thompson. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Now here's Murray. He's been contributing over 15 a game. Pass to McDaniels. No good with a layup. The Lakers lead by 11. Big dog, good. Big dog's got 20 points.
You can't help but look toward their defense. And they're totally lost.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Now here's Ivy. 23 points his last outing. Count that one.
You know, Ivy wants to get to the rim, but good judgment taking what's there.
Here's Big Dog. And the Lakers get it back. 4-3. Hits the three-pointer. Give him 23.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Murray's shot is good.
How impressive was that shot from Murray? I mean, you make one on us, I'll come right back at you is what he's saying.
Good. Another from three.
All season long, he's been devastating from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been nothing short of amazing for him as he edges closer to third most three-pointers in a single season. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Fires away from way out. Did he?
Oh, yeah!
My! He did!
What an incredible shot!
Wow!
Yes, indeedy.
Ivy with the ball. Dort, the pass to Murray. Again, the miss by Murray. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. It's Los Angeles leading by. And so far through one quarter, for the Pistons. Clowney, he's checked in for Dort, and it's Asar Thompson in for McDaniels. The Lakers lead by 20. We've got Green, Davis out. There would connect. Then it's Ben Simmons, and it's Big Dog in at the point. That's the Laker 5. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, well, Big Dog in their last matchup against the Nuggets put on a show. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of three. Truly, one of the most exceptional performances we've seen in recent memory. A monster night for him. Back to you.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
The three from Thompson. And again, the Pistons missing. The Lakers have gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they were fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle. He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
That one no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. From deep three-point line, and again for three.
And his incredible shooting season continues.
Up the charts he climbs. Now tied for third all-time for threes in a season. Absolutely amazing. Murray for three. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Fires from way outside. And Cunningham pulls it down.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
So both teams making some changes here. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Thompson. Here's Ivy. Cunningham outside. They still need this. Banked it in off the glass. Cunningham's got 5 now.
And I love the energy from Cunningham inside, pushing to get the bucket.
Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Pass to Clowney. Here's the three. Rebound, the Lakers. They're coming off a win against the Nuggets.
Oh, my. Talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
Pass to Thompson. Ivy against Green. Cunningham looking it over. Another shot. Thompson, no good.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding a massive 34-point lead to end the quarter. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
And as we welcome you to halftime, no other way to say it, an abysmal start for the Detroit Pistons.
They know they don't have to keep shooting threes, right? When you're this cold, you just can't keep tossing up anything. It's freezing in here, Ernie.
Oh, I get it. He's cold. Ernie, you get it. I mean, I guess, yeah, it's pretty hard to win that way.
Good stuff, fellas. All right, and now that glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Getting underway in the second. Second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Then it's Thompson, and it's Clowney in at the 5, roaming the paint. Kept alive.
Gritty board and a gritty bucket to follow from Ivy. Wow.
And the Lakers shooting an amazing 61%, looking confident. And there's the screen. Here's Big Dog. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Big Dog's got 45 points.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
The 3 ball connects again from distance.
The threes just don't stop with him. He's been a machine from beyond the arc ever since the start of the season.
He continues to shoot his way up the history books and now sits solely by himself for third most made threes in a season.
Oh, my God!
Howard at home.
Did you see it?
Redunculous. Bringing the house down.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Back to Ivy. Will it go? He buries it from three. Ivy's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, well, Ivy is working towards being a consistent three-point scorer, and the results speak for themselves.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Big Dog. The three is up. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
And it's Cunningham missing.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Big good.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Connects checked in for Walsh. And a switch here also for Detroit. Sensaball's checked in. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Cunningham. That one's off. Still out of sync.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
Here's Big Dog. He's watched by Cunningham. Good. He hits again. 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Snatched away. He's got a clear path. Here's Big Dog. He got it again. Sensational. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Now here's Cunningham. He's closely guarded. Out to the right wing. Here's Sensaball. Still no points. Clock at 4. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself. Getting buckets at a critical time. Just give him the ball and let him go to work.
Pass to Clowney. From the arc. Big Dog pulls it in. Los Angeles has got it going from the perimeter in the third. 4 for 4 so far. Good. Another from 3. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Inside. Here's Ivy. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Ivy's got 7 now in this quarter. Shot on the wing. The bank shot, no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And here's Thompson for 3.
And it's Connect with a rebound. Connect's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Big Dog. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. Puts up a deep 3. And again, 71 points and no end in sight.
He's in the zone. The defense looks helpless.
And so it's Los Angeles, way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And so it's the Lakers with it. After this one, they're off to Phoenix to take on the Suns. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Connect is... All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, the defense looks helpless trying to contain them in the open floor, and they've continued to exploit this advantage.
They've been pounding any miss on the glass and cashing in on the offensive boards. I've been impressed with that aspect of their game.
Outside Murray. Now here's Cunningham. And again. No good by Detroit.
He hasn't had it offensively tonight. This team needs him to play better.
Big Dog. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Cunningham outside. Thompson, a screen on Simmons. Murray scanning the floor. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Lets the 3 fly. And again for 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in. Feeling confident in his 3-point shot tonight.
Cunningham outside. Charity stripe shot. Drained it for 2 points.
A sharp shooter from the mid-range. Cunningham doesn't need much room to feel comfortable firing away.
Pass to Connect. Here's Big Dog. No good. Thompson with some nice D. Here's Sensabaugh. Walker covering. And out of bounds, the Lakers will take it.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Pass to Big Dog. Fires the 3. The shot won't fall. Detroit has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Jabari Walker. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of hype. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
The Pistons have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the 4th. Here's Clowney. Simmons defending. Back to Ivy. from behind the arc. The Lakers with a rebound. Simmons has got 8 rebounds in the game.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Lakers.
They looked to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
And with the year they've had, you expect nothing less than a victory every time they take the court. Another stellar outing for them here tonight.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Big Dog.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Again, the Lakers score.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Ivy outside. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort, and they were just dominant out there.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. We'll see you later.
Well, MP went off again last night. Woo-hoo-hoo! Every time he faces another top scorer, he makes it his mission to show out. And I'm telling you right now, MP is hands down the best bucket getter in the NBA.
Hands down? Debatable. Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. Unlike you two bozos, I know what it takes to get buckets in this league, and I am uniquely qualified to make this call.
Your career scoring average was 6.1 points per game.
And your single game high was 19.
Did you score 19 points in your entire career, Russell? And Toby, have you ever even picked up a basketball? What about being an actuary qualifies you to speak on this?
Jalen, I follow the data.
That's right.
And the advanced stats.
Okay, then. That's how we stand on business.
Son, you win so many games, I'm running out of things to say.